The revival of Seven characters in the Korean drama finally came to a grand conclusion at the launch conference for the Jeep District project. The new platform system, Stay Home, that made K-Pop unexpectedly played a secret video of a trillion-member family. Before he could react to what was happening, Do-hoi burst into the venue. He questioned the executives on stage. What was the secret me in the video about? Yet the executives shouted in panic. Troops stationed outside rushed in, surrounding everyone present tightly. But the executives underestimated the journalist's professionalism. A bespectacled reporter secretly live-streamed the situation happening on site. The police commissioner effectively accused Do-hoi of murder. She suspected that the falsely claimed video was fabricated by him. Meanwhile, the Secretary General pretended to have been sight, as he Do-hoi was in a very to public outrage. However, this was exactly what Do-hoi desired. He pointed the finger at Kay. I wonder how he killed Chairman Kang. Since you're a witness, you should be able to describe it exactly right. If it's proved you were right, then I'll admit everything. I'll hear this, keep it dead to complain. You believe Chairman Kang's body held ready to defeat it, no matter what he says, only then no way to corroborate. Thus he started to make wild assertions in public. And so they began to murmur, claiming to have witnessed Do-hoi pushing the reptilian off the bridge. They even showed expressions of regret, even blinding their eyes. Before the words were out, the Secretary General eagerly urged Do-hoi to prove himself. On the other side, Monet had already reached the police station. He handed over the murder weapon and surrendered. Meanwhile, Do-hoi publicly revealed the conspiracy calls between Kate and the Secretary General, planned to make Do-hoi the next Do-hoi, or the second Lee Hwo-no. Does that mean to make them the targets of public scorn? This is the most fitting outcome for Do-hoi. The Secretary General turned pale with anger upon hearing this, ordered the troops to execute Do-hoi immediately. Unexpectedly, the usual Lieutenant Edge, an officer man immediately stood in front of him. Then the homeroom teacher also rushed out. I don't know if it was moved, or the reporter's inherent spirit. They criticized the soldiers for pointing their guns at the public. Hand in hand, they formed a human wall, fearless, defending their conscience and justice. Just as the two sides were at stalemate, the venue's door was opened once again, and then Jung Ki-choi went with the still unaccused director Lian. It turned out that after Lian fell off the bridge, he did not die immediately. But Anne says what her fake nephew might do next. So I called Do-hoi to discuss a plan. Coincidentally, heart donor's brain death occurred. So Do-hoi and the others decided to go along with it. They replaced the nameplate on the organ donation box with Director Lian's. That case then confirmed the body. It was immediately transferred to the hospital run by Anne. Now the truth is revealed. Along with Director Lian's and homeroom teacher's identification, K's metropolitan plan fell completely apart. However, he wasn't willing to let it end like this. So he snatched the gun from the soldier. He fired indiscriminately at the audience. Afterward, the injured were sent to the hospital. Officer Lian was shot in the abdomen while covering for the end. He did not see the birth of their child. He died on the way to the emergency room. Time flew to 3 months later. The trial of this kid officially began. However, this guy shamelessly requested to say a few words. He claimed to have deeply understood his mistakes. During these 3 months, he reflected seriously many times. If he hadn't been abused by his adopted father, Shin-no, as a child, he wouldn't have turned into the monster he is now. So we hope the honorable judge will truly sympathize with him. As soon as these words were spoken, the courtroom erupted in chaos. Ken knew this approach wouldn't work, so he played the emotional card again. He admitted having an 8-year-old daughter. She is still alive. He loves her very much, but he never had the chance to live together with her. He doesn't want his daughter to remember him as a demon. Hope to lighten the punishment for the child's sake. Hope to reduce the corresponding penalty. Never expected. The judge ordered the third official to delete K's previous statements, and hopes that journalistic friends will report on this matter. Because of the Do-hoi death case, it's clear that fake news is the trouble. The judge announced the ruling in court. The case condemned the exposure of suspected fake news about Do-hoi, a never-ending web of lies. Ultimately bred a plethora of marketing accounts. Those who believe in marketing and spread its messages, and everyone enjoying it, are accomplices of the defendant in this case. If teachers uphold ethics to protect students, if doctors uphold integrity to protect patients, if police protect the citizens according to the law, the tragedy of Do-hoi wouldn't have happened. The law is not only the minimum moral standard, but also the last line of defense for protecting the innocent. Therefore, the defendant is sentenced to death. Moreover, considering the crime is nothing but serious, and there has been no sign of repentance, even insulting his own child in court, it was decided to strip this vile man of his right to appeal. However, the story is not over yet. It's well known that South Korea does not have the death penalty. So Kid would just be locked away for life. He crazily writes letters to his daughter in prison, thinking as long as he still breathes. So no one expects to have an easy time. That night, the cell door was open. Outside, there was no one around. Little did he know, he and Jung Ki-choi appeared behind him. The biggest villain that caused trouble for 2 seasons finally faced judgment with a single shot. Time rushed forward to 10 years later, and Che took her son to honor Officer Nan. Director Liang and the homeroom teacher ran a small shop. Erika and Hannah had also grown beautifully. After Wedding was released from prison, she continued to live with her mother. That night, Monet discovered her mother had passed away. She was so sad that she couldn't speak for a long time. So the next day, she called Hannah to inform her of her mother's passing. Then she hurriedly hung up the phone. Hannah was very anxious upon hearing this. She immediately contacted Uncle Do-hoi. So the two of them came to Monet's hotel together. In the end, the mother and daughter finally reunited.